Hello and welcome to another review of something I bought. This is the Peg and Awl Sendak. It's a tool roll, designed for kind of art work. I started watercolor painting, some drawing, and I saw these guys advertise this, and it arrived, and it's brilliant. It's this is kind of a truffle color, I think they call it. Leather, brown leather, nice leather. Waxed cotton, kind of canvas, which is starting to develop its own kind of patina as it gets moved about and scratched and things. Really useful kind of thing. When I first looked at it, I thought maybe a little on the expensive side for what I will use it for. But to be fair, having paid for one, and I think that's important. I bought this with my own money, and I have absolutely no connection with Peg and Awl whatsoever. I merely saw them advertised and bought it. I've bought some of their bags as well, which I've also reviewed. Yeah, let's have a look inside. So this opens like so, and it's a place to store pens, brushes, and things. Let's have a look at it briefly, and we can see what in it. On this end, I've got mostly marker, fine liner for drawing, pencils. I tend to use the rather larger 9000 series of Faber-and-Castell, which I kind of like. So I've got those in there, and then at this end, I've got some small brushes. So these brushes are travel brushes, so they kind of operate this way. So I've got a fully functioning brush, but at the same time it goes nicely in the Sendak. They tend to fit really nicely in these small pockets at the end. In the rear, I've got kind of larger brushes for watercolor, and then in the pockets at the back, which are actually fairly large. This one's got a watercolor tin in it, so I tend to use these when I'm outside. This is also a Peg and Awl product. Might as well see this while we're in here. Wood, beautiful leather, absolute stunning product. I use tubes of watercolor and put them in here. I can select my own colors that way, and the whole thing just has a feeling of quality, ease of use. It so beautifully goes together. I've done myself a little color card with it, and again just slides very nicely in the back there. And then at this end, we've got a pocket, pencil sharpener, a couple of erasers and things, just the kind of smaller items that you'd want to carry and zip it up. Little YKK brass zippers. If we turn it over, once we've turned it over, we can see there are a couple of pockets on the back. To be fair, they're a fair size pocket, about the size of my hand. So big pockets there. I've got a small painting palette in this one, but you can get a small sketchbook in there. Really does it really does serve a purpose, and I can see this being useful for quite a lot of uses, not just pencils and brushes and things. The quality, as with all of the Peg and Awl stuff that I've found so far, is absolutely outstanding. I do like this buckle because it's not a proper buckle, it's just kind of a metal square, and it just fits together so nicely. The brass fittings with the brown leather make an overall outstanding product. This is not overly large when you kind of look at it and you kind of feel it. It slips in a bag, and it's pretty much everything I would use for sketching and watercolor painting. Just a small bottle. for water, or maybe a small jam jar with a lid and some water in it, and this, and I'm good to go. Outstanding quality, and really useful design. So well thought out. No negatives whatsoever. Absolutely love it. The Awl Sendak.